Hope Channel, changing lives.
Hello, and a very beautiful evening to you. I am so delighted to come into your homes again. The program is Love at Home on Hope Channel Ghana. This is where we discuss issues concerning the family. If it is parenting, if it is how to love your wife, if it is how to catch that beautiful young man, and many more, this is what we do on Love at Home. Our interest is to help you, prepare you and your family for Christ's soon return. I'm sure you are preparing well, but we need to help you, and that is why we are here. I am so grateful that you waited on us. Please join us on Facebook, on YouTube, and also you can join the discussion on 0559 680066. 0559 680066. This is where you can share your contributions, your suggestions, your comments, and any other thing concerning the program that you want to share with us. I am Efia Sewamansa, and I am glad to join you. You know, it is time. Yes, time also. Call every member of the family that yes, Love at Home is here. We are going to discuss about ourselves. And I am so happy that just this past Sunday, we got the opportunity to celebrate fathers. If you didn't do, please, it's not too late. Just pick a phone. Say something sweet to that man. Say something sweet to that person you see as a father figure. They go through a lot. They will really go through a lot. Do fathers cry at all? Do they have challenges? Or everything is rosy? I guess not. This and many more is what we are going to discuss on Love at Home. And today we are talking about celebrating fatherhood. Celebrating fatherhood. And to help me do this special discussion, I have on my far left, I have a very, I don't know if I should say beautiful, handsome, yes, well-built man. He goes by the name Mr. Kobina Holman. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing well.
You actually look good.
Yes, by the grace of God.
You think there's no secret that you should share with us?
The secret is Jesus.
It's Jesus. To God be the glory. I hope your day was good.
Yes, it's been good.
So regards to Madam, wherever you are, for making him a father and to others. So congratulations. And thank you so much for joining us today on our discussion. To my immediate left, I have I have Dr. Jacob Apia Sapon. No.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I hope the day was cool. The weather has been sort of cold, hot. You are enjoying it. It's not too hot, right?
Right.
So you are enjoying it.
Exactly.
Okay. And how is work, family, and everything?
They are all going on smoothly by the grace of God.
To God be the glory. So to you out there, I say Ayuko, and I want to welcome you to this show. Yes, please call in all men, all boys, including the women and the girls. Let's come and discuss fatherhood, what it's all about. Because fathers bring us some joy. They pave way for us. They direct us. And their job sometimes is seen as Jesus or God on earth. And it can be a tedious work. If you agree with me, I'm sure you are saying, what at all are you talking about? But those who know, they know. Please join us for this discussion. Let me start with you, Mr. Kobina Holman. If you say father, who is a father?
It's a tough one. There are two sides to it. A man who has given birth to a child is a father. And we have a man who has also adopted other people as if they are their own and they are taking care of them, are also seen as a father. So being a father comes with responsibility. It is not just about procreation. That one, anybody can do that. To be a father is to be someone who have accepted the role, the responsibility, and the relationship with a child. So we talk about role, we talk about responsibility, and we talk about relationship to a child. And in the process, you demonstrate love to that person, you care for them, you protect them, you provide for them, you ensure that they develop and thrive in the world that you have brought them in. Mm. And as Christians, let me put it that way, you are the priest to that child. You need to teach the child the Christ or the God that you know, and make sure that you help the child develop physically, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. That is your job. Make sure that that child develop holistically. So everything that that child needs for their growth and development, it is your responsibility as a father to ensure that you give that to the child.
Then you have a whole lot of job today. And today you have lots of questions to answer. Because I noted the key words that you said. Role, responsibility, relationship. And you also added physical, emotional, psychological, and spiritual. And you are going to take us through all these. Because how are you doing all these? And they seem to be a peculiar job. So I don't know how you are going about it. But I'll come back to you again. Let me go to Dog. In your view, what is fatherhood? Or who is a father?
Yeah. Like I already said by Mr. Holman, fatherhood has two sides of it. And that one has already been explained.
Established, okay.
So I will not dwell much on that. But fatherhood is something that has been bequeathed to men on earth by God. So moment you become a father, or you reach a maturity period where you become a father, it becomes a lifelong activity. There's no point in your life that you're going to be to stop being a father. Once you start as a father, it's a lifelong thing. So every father must know that once you become a father, there's no point you're going to stop. And you're going to ensure that the children that you brought them to this world, you take good care of them. Let them also feel like human beings. Let them also know that there's a life for them in future. So all these things are part of the fatherhood. Apart from that, not only those you have brought up, you have other children that you can adopt, or if even you don't adopt them as the word is, you can also look after other children. And such children also will look up to you as a father. So the fatherhood is something like somebody who had patience for children, whether your own children or biological children or not. You must also see the perspective of how children, grow up, an environment in which they find themselves. So as a father, or in this case, we are talking about fatherhood. So that would be like you exercise fathers to all children. So it's a responsibility that you cannot, shake. It's an unshakable responsibility that God has given to us. So that is how I see as a father or a fatherhood. Okay. Fatherhood is different from being just a father. So because fatherhood extends beyond your own biological
process.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Mr. Holman, you mentioned role, responsibility, relationship. What do you mean by these that you mentioned? Yes, before I ask my next question.
Yes, so role mean that you need to impact on the child. You need to make sure that that child is taken care of. You need to make sure that that child is protected. You need to make sure that whatever the child needs is given. Then we'll come to the responsibility. That child was somewhere, you went and brought that person into this world.
He didn't ask your consent.
He didn't ask your consent.
A boy said I was my somewhere,
yes,
and you said I should come.
Yes. So you have to make sure that he or she is comfortable where you have brought him or her.
So you don't have any excuse to say, I don't have.
No.
So I can't provide.
No.
There's no excuse like that.
You see, once children come into your life, I think I mentioned that earlier, you need to redefine your priorities as a parent. It costs for sacrifice. Because if you give birth around even this time, look at how much their food cost. If you were spending money on some things, like men, your shoes, your shirt, and all those things, you're going for holidays and all of that. Once the child comes in, you need to make sure that you are cutting all these things, because they can fall sick at any time, and they don't know you don't have money. You need to change diapers. They don't know you don't have money. So you have to be ready.
Yeah.
So you should see the magnitude of that task and then prepare for it. So even before they come, you prepare for it. In my case, immediately my wife gets pregnant and get to a certain stage, I start buying my diapers. At least from the first one, you get to know. So I need to buy this of this stage, that stage, that stage. Then begin to keep them. When you come, you throw them in a corner somewhere. Because you might not have all the money at the time, but if you're able to do it bit by bit, by the time they come, you have them. If it's milk, you go, you check the lifespan of the milk. Yeah. Make sure you buy the one. So gradually, they don't, like I said, they don't care. Once they are there, if they are hungry, they cry. You have to feed. So you prepare for that. Then I spoke about relationship. Yes, you need to bond with your child. You need to be able to understand the language of even that little baby. And that bond should be there through their growth. If there's something wrong with the baby, you should be able to tell as a father. But if you are not that close to that baby, you can't tell. And it's beautiful when you bond with them and you're able to see some of these things and you see them growing up with you. It's so beautiful. So it's...
you know, I was going to ask you something, and you brought in the word bond. You see some men, immediately they hear the baby or the child crying. Hey, where is the man? Call the mother. They do not want to have anything to do with these things. And so gradually, as they grow, everything goes to their mother. Then the same men will come back and say, hey, me, I've been paying your school fees. You are not minding me, you are going to the mother. Do you see this as a problem or a challenge you men or a problem you men are doing, and so it's affecting you?
Yes, I mean it's a real problem. Fatherhood and time is they're inseparable. If you want to perform that role well, you need to have time. You need to have time to bond with the child. You see, most people who do that and pay the price at the end of the day, because you get to a point where the child is distant from you. I mean, how would you feel that you come back from work, there are children in the house, nobody comes to welcome you, to hug you, run to you? But when they see mommy, they start, mommy, no. It won't happen for me. No.
You won't take that.
It won't happen.
You make sure you get
I'll
your
make
own.
sure I get my own.
That is it.
It's a shared responsibility because the two of us have brought the child into this world. So you have to make sure that we take care of that child together. In my case, I go to work. When I come, my wife will be tired. I take the baby and make sure I play with the baby till he sleeps or whatever. Then at night you sleep because you wake up early in the morning and go to work. There are times even at night, depending on the kind of baby you have, some will sleep in the afternoon and won't sleep in the evening or vice versa.
You all have to do watch nights.
Exactly, you do. By the morning you have to go to work.
Yeah.
You don't say that because you have to go to work, your wife should do all of that. By that time, she'll collapse on you. So it's a shared responsibility. That's why I said that it is not for children. To make a decision to be a father, like Doc said, it's a lifelong decision that you are making. And that commitment is key. That you have to make sure that you are either all in or you don't even start at all. Either that you make somebody's daughter suffer.
And the child.
Yes, exactly.
At the end of the day, it will also affect the child.
And then, like you said, you begin to complain why the kids are not paying attention to the father. It's because you are not there.
Yeah, you are not there. All right. Now, Doc, I want us to look at the issue of balancing discipline and nurturing love in parenting.
Really, this is one area that most fathers feel. They think that bringing up children and nurturing them, they think that it's one and the same thing. No. You see, disciplining a child and nurturing them are also two different things. You cannot use nurturing as a disciplinary action. If you want to discipline a child, in fact, you yourself, you see, children mirror what goes on around them.
Yeah.
They mimic what is going on. And normally that is what they learn from. They learn from the environment. So the way you live with your wife or with people in the home is what the child is also learning from. So if you are a person who, gets annoyed easily, the child will also learn that thing. You might not know because it cannot be shown when it's a kid, but that thing will be inside him. It becomes an innate for one day to explode. So disciplining a child means that maybe the child has done something wrong and you need to correct. Correcting children is different from punishing children. Correct, because normally what I do is that I used to say that the child is not as he hasn't grown, the mind hasn't grown so big as mine. And therefore, what I see as a wrong thing, he or she might not see it that way.
Very true.
So once she commits something, she commits a mistake or does something which he shouldn't do, I take that responsibility. That I should have, taught him or her how to do this. Now he has done the wrong thing. And even if you teach how he should do it, it's not the first time that you may do it right. You need to correct. And that is where we should have courage to correct instead of punishing.
Okay.
You come from work and you see maybe a glass broken. Where you put the glass, it said that the child can reach there and take it. And the moment he took it, it fell off and it's broken. Who is to blame? I saw that who put the thing there or whoever put the thing there is the one to blame. And even that, you don't have to be so annoying. Some people get so annoyed. Today I saw someone trying to discipline the child. Running after the child fell down and the man also fell behind him. He woke up and he just held the child. They said, what are you doing? This is not the way to, nurture children.
This is
or
pure,
discipline.
this is pure anger.
It's pure anger. You see, you don't discipline a child in anger. Let your anger subside. Then you tell the child what he or she did, whether he did wrong or you have, given the chance for that thing to happen. So discipline is one thing. By all means, you must discipline your children, but they must be disciplined in a way of, telling them how to do things right. If you see that they are not doing things the way they should do, you tell them, you teach them how to do things right. Okay. And nurturing is also how to bring them up. Let them also, learn so many things that when they grow up, they can also live with it. I am saying this because most of the things that I do, I learned from my father.
Okay. And
my father was also a disciplinarian. Not that he was beating me. My father didn't beat me before. And I've also not beaten any of my children before.
Is it that you were a good boy then and your children are good?
I wouldn't say I was so good that there was not an occasion that I demanded reprimand or something. Right. I wouldn't say that. But my father would not beat you. He would just look at you with, some...
The eyes alone.
Yes.
You
yourself, you feel it. And therefore, you will not want that thing to happen again. So all the time, I remember one time when I was sweeping the hall, I just knelt down thinking that doing that I will be closer to where the dirt is. And my father said, "What are you doing? Wake up and use the brush, the broom to sweep well. Because if you do that, you cannot sweep well." And since then, I did not do that thing again.
You were a good boy. You were a good boy.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, so in fact, that thing has been with me. Anything, any correction that I get, I make sure I don't fall off again. Okay. After that one, I was doing it. All right. And I also taught my children the same way. I have 7 children.
Congratulations.
Yes. 5 of them are abroad. And I'm here with 2. And the the other one is married with his family. He's also started a family.
So you have 1 left?
Yes, only one who is living with me. Okay. But you see, those who have, all of them have married. Because I taught them that, look, if you are a man and you impregnate someone, I wouldn't do anything. But that day, you and your wife must go and stay in your own home. you will not stay this home with your family.
So it means that they had to be prepared.
They had to be prepared before.
All right.
And I must say,
and I guess it was part of the family values.
Yes.
From the onset, you told them.
Yes.
And they lived by them.
Yes.
But if these values are not discussed and they do not know, that is how you see so many things coming.
Exactly.
Now,
can I finish something here?
Please do.
So all my children, it's the one who is with me that is not married, and all of them were married in a wedding, which attracted people from all sorts of places.
Proud father, well done.
Yes, because they knew that if they don't wait until they are married before they got pregnant or impregnate someone, they will not come to my home. So they took that thing, and now all of them have their own homes.
Okay. So it's paid.
It paid.
All right.
So that is why I'm saying that, you see, what you also learn, the good things you learn from your father, you must also teach your children, and even add more. Probably your father's time may be different from this contemporary time, but you also have to mix them so that you give them family values. Say, hey, this home, you cannot go and chase a girl there, because the girl herself will not give herself to you, because they know that this man is not like that. You won't see anything, people coming to the home, girlfriends and boyfriends, and doing all sorts of things. Even before I became an Adventist or became a Christian, I did not do things other people were doing.
Okay.
And so I also taught my children the same way. And they have also picked these things. So family values is very good. That is why children take their father's names. So if your child has taken your name and misbehaving, it means that you are misbehaving.
Yeah. Yes, this is quite serious. Children takes father's name.
Yes.
So if a child is misbehaving, then you, the father, you are misbehaving. This is very deep. My lovely viewer, we are still discussing celebrating fatherhood. Please, let's go for a quick break. When we come back, we continue with the discussion. Please continue this at home and join us on 0559 680066. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Real Talk is back. After a brief break, we are thrilled to let you know that we are back stronger, bolder, and even more active than ever.
When he makes you feel that what you are doing is senseless, who are you? Sit down. When we are talking, you don't talk. When he began to control you with the power that I am the man of the house. So when I tell you to shush, you need to shush. Don't go there, you don't go there.
We've truly missed you, and we are excited to reconnect and dive into the conversations that matter most. Each week, we take on issues, challenges, and experiences you share with us. Real Talk, a space where real stories meet real solutions.
Welcome to Hope at Night. Here's your host, Anil Kanda.
Thank you. Hello and welcome to Hope at Night. We have an amazing episode tonight.
Hello, I'm so grateful that you waited us. The program is Love at Home on Hope TV. Thank you so much. We are discussing celebrating fatherhood. And Ayiko, and congratulations to all fathers for the wonderful and great things you are doing. We do appreciate you. And so we are continuing with our discussion. And I'll start once again with Mr. Holman. Mr. Holman, you know, we normally see mothers saying that, for example, if a child misbehaves, he will not do anything to the child. What are you trying to You wait, your father will come and meet you. Then immediately the father comes. When you are away, Kofi did that, then the man, he will not ask anything, papa, then will be beating the child. Do you see this as a problem? And if you do, how should we resolve it? How can we come into compromise? How do we plan it?
Yeah, I think it's creates a monster out of the father.
Oh, so fathers are not monsters.
So, as a father, you also have to be smart about it. And I picked this term from my father.
Okay.
And it's something typically that women would do.
Oh, some women.
Some women would do.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
some women would do. They would reserve the punishing of their kids for their fathers. My father would listen to whatever issue there is, and then he'll call you. Usually around the dining table. He'll call you, when I came back, your mother said A, B, C, D. What do you have to say about it? Like the example you gave. A glass has broken. Obviously, Kobna broke the glass. Mother is furious because that is glass that you've broken. So Daddy Kobna has broken your glass. You need to beat him. So he would ask you, what happened? And did the glass cut you? So my father would connect with you first. And you go through all the interrogations for you to know that whether indeed it was a deliberate action that requires that you need to be punished.
Oh, you need to be disciplined.
Or you need to be disciplined. You need to be, yes, disciplined. Or you need to be corrected, whichever form it ought to take. So we'll go through the process. What happened? Okay, maybe I'm picking this place from this place. Whilst I'm picking it, my hand accidentally hits the glass and it fell. It's the first instance. Okay, so we thank God you are not hurt. Next time, be careful. Make sure that you don't do that again. Then it happens the next time. Then it's more or less like you are becoming careless.
Yeah.
So then that, if there's any disciplinary action, it will be taken. Sometimes it's just go to face the corner or go and do mass swears, and I know how you call it these days. So there are various forms, or sometimes you are denied. Whilst your siblings are watching TV, you are sitting somewhere. There are small things, and in the extreme case, he would cane you. But there are times too you would ask your mother, so the boy did this, why are you deferring it to me? But normally you won't say it in front of you. But later on when we were talking, he'll tell you some of this is that, no, why should I, if she felt it was wrong, she should have dealt with it. So mothers should support their fathers. If there are things that they can, if there are some disciplinary action they need to take, they have to take. They shouldn't wait till their father comes. Sometimes it's more like because you are the father figure, you are the symbol of authority in the house, they want you to come and exert your authority. But if you don't discipline that child, you lose control. The child loses respect for you.
For you as a woman.
As a woman. And you don't want to lose that. So modern mothers should take advantage of that. If they need to discipline the child, they need to discipline the child. If it gets to a point where they have to defer it to the father, they do. But that shouldn't be the routine. That you don't want to be seen as
the bad person.
The bad person. I was listening to somebody, I think this week on radio. No, he also adopted this principle. If you don't discipline and say you wait for your father to, when he comes, you won't do anything. So that you become the darling mother and then I become the monster in the house. No, I won't do anything. Deal with it.
All right.
If it happens and I'm in the house, I'll take care of it because I'm the man of the house. I'll take care of it. But if I'm not there and it happens, deal with it. And when I come, report to me that Kwesi did this and this is what I did to him or her. If I have to go and talk to him or her, I'll do that. So I think women should help their fathers in this regard so that we are all seen to be grooming the children together and not deferring it to one person or the other.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, I like the other aspect you talked about, giving quality time. What exactly do you mean when you said giving quality time?
Yes, see, it's not the number of hours or days you spend with your child that is quality. Because there are times, I mean, I've been caught in that instance before. I'm there with the kids, but I'm not there. And they know, Daddy, you are not here. Even this Father's Day, they said to me, I think we had gone out for dinner, but I was on my phone. So that's the picture they sent to me. This just past Father's Day.
The Sunday. Get
off the phone. It's Happy Father's Day.
You were out with the family.
Yes. Now that was I think some months ago. We went out for dinner.
Yeah.
And I think I was on my phone whilst I was eating. So my first daughter took a picture of that. So this Father's Day, that's the picture she sent to me. Get off the phone. It's Happy Father's Day. Yes, you need to be there. The little things you do. For me, sometimes I cook with them Saturday evenings. We come back from church, we go to the kitchen, we'll cook with them. Or I go and pick them from school. Let them talk all the day. So in the car between school and the house, we have some time in there. And now, these days, I make it a point where I stop. There's a place I buy bread for them and then drink whilst we go home. And then we talk, allowed everybody to. So, and these are moments they treasure.
Are you intentional about it?
Yes, you have to.
Okay.
You have to be intentional about it because we are busy people in Accra. we are busy. So if you want to use the business in Accra as an excuse, you'll be 100% justified. But you need to be intentional about these things and create those moments that the kids would look up to. They know that, oh, this is our time with our father. This is our time with our mother. So fathers should create that time for them and make sure that they are there. And that time spent with them is valued more than any precious gift you buy to your child. When you listen to children talking about their fathers and their memories, it's not most of the time, it's not the things you bought for them, but the times you shared with them, the pep talks you had, those little jokes you had with them, those are the things that they value. So as fathers, we need to be conscious about these things and create those moments in the lives of our children. And create a lot more impact in their lives than any other gift that you can give them.
Now, Doug, let's look at what advice would you give to new fathers or expectant fathers? You, by God's grace, you've raised 7 good people. So you're a big man. What advice would you give to expectant fathers or new fathers?
Yeah, there are a lot to tell expectant fathers, will-be fathers. The first thing is that to become a father, that did not come by chance. Normally, to become a father comes by choice. That is, first, you must get married before you bring forth a child. So, as we are talking about good fatherhood, those who go into marriage before they become fathers normally make better fathers than those who do not.
Yeah.
They are just walking about, seeing their lady and all that, then something happens. Such children normally will not have very good, fathers.
Because it's not well planned
It was not, it was by chance, not by choice. So we will use this forum to advise parents that they should watch out for, boys or other males who want to take advantage of their female children. Because such union, when they come and there's a child out of it, normally those children become, they don't live as well as those who have planned marriages. When I was somewhere, there was my caretaker in my house, my bungalow. He had a small young girl, and another officer's son, impregnated her. Now the boy said he didn't do it. But the girl said, you did it. He said, I didn't. So what happened? The child that is to be born, who will be his father? And they went to tell the officer. And the officer said, for my boy, he says he didn't do it. So I have nothing to do. Whether they will take it to for parental
DNA.
Or a DNA or whatever is another story. So I said that, don't worry, I will take care of the child. Don't worry about it. So they named the child after me.
God bless you.
And even up to now, I just look after her. And she's even in the university.
Wow.
Look
God
at
bless
that.
you.
She was going to be, that girl was going to be, someone, because the father, you would not have a father. So, in the first place, would-be fathers must, it is not a thoughtless thing to be a father. It should be a very thoughtful. Sit down and plan. even if you are married, you must plan to become a father. Like you, Mr. Homan said, when the wife is pregnant, you'll be buying the things, you know, one by one. He had planned. You just cannot, even if you are married, you just cannot just bring 4 children and expect that you will be free and they can grow. Some people say that, oh, you just born the children, they will grow. God will take care of them.
Yes.
God will take care of them through you. So if you don't plan well, God cannot take care of such people, such children. So we will want to advise, will be fathers, that if they are married, then that one is different from those who are not married, who become fathers. Now let us talk to those who are married. If you are married and expecting a child, you must prepare yourself. First of all, you must be courageous, because when the child comes, there are so many things the child will need. Like Mr. Homan said, your life, first of all, the two of you, you and your wife, were just 2. Now you are going to be 3. Or maybe if God allows, you'll be more than 3. Either twins or triplets or whatever. So you start to think of all these things. And moment the child is also born, and our advice that when your first child is going to be born, your wife is in labor, go to the hospital with your wife. Don't let her alone go, because when she goes alone, she will think that the whole burden is on her. You be there, even though you will not be. Sometimes the nurses will just call you beside your wife. They have done so to me before. Beside your wife, you hold her, then you will be, you know, caressing, caressing, so that you not feel the pains. I don't know how the pains are. So you must be courageous in such matters, and normally be with your wife. For if the firstborn, after that one, I don't joke with it. Be with your wife. Then your wife will see that you are also there for her in times of difficulty, troubles like that. You will be there with her. Then the child will now come home. You will think that the mother should take care, because the mother will feed her until a certain period. But then you must also be holding the child, taking the child. When the child is crying, be the first to go there, pick her or him and put it on your laps. Let the child feel that you are the father, before maybe the mother will come and give her this thing. So you see, normally we don't do this, and the mothers do all these things. So the children tend to like their mothers more than. It is not by chance that it happens that way, because the child has always seen the face of the mother in times of trouble, in times of anger, in times when it is crying. It is the mother's face that it sees. So if the child is crying, don't call the wife somewhere. Hey, your child is crying, go and see what is happening. I think you must be the first to go there. Maybe pick the child, the kid, then bring it to your wife. From there, you also notice that when it's time for the child to go to school, don't let the wife alone take the child to school for the first day. Go, maybe the 2 of you must go. I did this one time, and I did not report to work early. So when I came, my boss said, where did you go? I said, my wife, we took our child to school for the first time in school. He said, but your wife could have done it. I said, no, I did it. The child is coming from me, and I deposited him in my wife. Now the child has come, and I'm taking the child to school for the first day. You say I shouldn't do that. It is because of this child that I'm working. If not because of this, I would not work. So, Chief, please. And I don't know whether it was good for him or not. I said, so, Chief, please. He said, go away. Then I went away. So, you see, and I did not regret because the child knew that the two of us took him to school. The next ones, the same thing. And it was a practice that I was doing. So let your children see that it is the two of you who are taking good care of them. Otherwise, for the woman, your wife, because of because she brought her out, normally they will feel if the child is crying. They feel more than, and certain men will not bother at all. Even in the night, when my child is crying, I also wake up. I will not only allow my wife. That is what many people do, but I did not do that. Normally, I will also wake up. If I have nothing to do, I just sit on the bed and then put my hands on the child. Oh, stop crying, stop crying. Then you look at your face. Then you go and suck some the breast and all that. You see, and again, be courageous because your child can fall sick unexpectedly, and you'll be called upon to take action. Some people become hysterical, not knowing what to do because he hasn't planned. In fact, plan for all eventualities. Because they are bound to happen. If they don't come, you plan and they don't come, it is a credit to you.
Yeah.
But if you don't plan and it happens, it becomes something you unable to, handle it.
All right.
So we'll be fathers, and when the child is there, or they are children, make sure that you have, like you said, good time with them.
Okay.
It means that when even you are eating, that is why normally we eat around, a table. You show them how to eat. Use the cutlery, or even if they are using their hands, show them how to use their hands to eat. So that next time when he goes elsewhere, people will not laugh at him and all that. Because you want the child to grow up to become somebody whom people will have to respect. And respect is gained. It is not just there for everybody to do for you. You have to gain the respect before people will do that. So if you are expecting a child or would be fathers, you have a lot of things to do.
Thank you so much.
The child is part of you. You cannot just allow the child to grow up anyhow. You must nurture the child, and that also calls for a lot of planning.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing this thoughts with us. Now, we want to look at how has fatherhood influenced you, your personal growth and discovery?
Sometimes they say that you think you are patient until you have a child. Yes, you think you are patient until you have. Basically, you need to. It changes your personality, unless, of course, you decide that you don't want to grow. Emotionally, you need to mature because it will be tested. It would be tested. So you need to be emotionally matured or to be emotionally intelligent to be able to balance that. You are also responsible. You need to be responsible. And most definitely, you have to be accountable as well. Because you brought somebody into this world. It's no longer you or you and your wife alone. It is you, your wife, and your children. So you have a responsibility towards them. Then accountability comes in. whatever you do would impact these children that you brought into this world. So whatever action you take or inaction, you should know that it has consequences on your kids. So it shapes you in your decision making. I mean, looking at, I'm currently in Ghana, you turn on your radio, your TV, over the internet, and you hear that Mr. X has embezzled this kind of money. So just imagine how the children of these people would feel in the school. Whether true or not true, the kids don't care. All they know is that on TV, they heard that Mr. X or Mrs. Y has stolen Ghana's money. I remember, I'm not going to mention the name, one of the government appointees was at Valley View graduation. And when they mentioned the person's name, everybody started laughing. Because it was in the air that the person had stolen some money and the person was at the graduation. And I don't know who thought it was wise to go and mention to the MC that this person was here. They wanted to introduce the person. Maybe they mentioned the person in the whole room, everybody quack. I mean, yeah, so once children come into your life, you need to know that you are no longer you alone. So your actions would impact the kids. So you make sure that you keep that in check. The next one is about your own personal development as well. Your father maybe had a first degree. You have a master's. Your kids are coming. You want to also live. You want to raise the bar. Yes, so that they also, or you raise the bar so that you set a higher standard for them to also aspire. So you need to also develop yourself personally, so that your children will see you and they are proud that you are their father. Exactly. In terms of finances, yes, you need to make sure that you have your finances also in check, because you don't want your children to go to school and they be sacked of their school fees, or you have your children moving around with other kids and their trousers is torn or their skirt is torn or faded or what have you. So you need to make sure that you put monies aside to cater for all these. And Doc mentioned something again too. You need to ensure that you have financially secured your kids, whether through savings, through insurance. You need to do all of this, make sure that you give them a comfortable life, because you don't know what might happen to you today or tomorrow. Okay. So you have to make sure that you have all these things in check. We do it merely the child crosses the safe stage. We buy a policy for the child, and once you start early, you contribute small over a long period of time. Then wait till it's late and now have to start. So you start something small, put it out for them, just in case something happens to them, something they can fall on. So you need to, if you want to do the work and do it well, you should know that it's a huge task, and therefore you think through it and make sure that you put in the necessary plans or measures to ensure that almost all the risk that you can identify at least you can mitigate. And above all, you need to make sure that there's a God factor, because that is key. God factor is important. Yes, because without it, all the things you are talking about one day can be gone. Yeah, so you need to make sure that all those things are in place. Now,
share with us the most joyous memory that you have with the family.
I would say when I had my first child.
Wow. What was peculiar? Just in a few minutes.
No, it's just we were going to church, and the morning my wife was saying she wasn't feeling well, but she wanted to go to church. By my mind, I was taking her to hospital. So we go to church. I just drove past. I said we're going to hospital. We went and they checked the baby. They did ECG and it was like this. The doctor came and said, no, he needs to operate. I said, I don't care. You went to your medical school. I brought my wife and my baby here, and I'm going home with them. You want them
to be safe, yes.
So whatever you do to get them out, so I think I left to go and bring her back. when I go home, I got a call that
She had
she had delivered her.
Wow.
So I had to come back, and now seeing your offspring for the first time. I mean,
How was the feeling?
I mean, it's indescribable.
Wow. Were you able to hold
Oh, yes,
her?
yes, yes,
Weren't
yes.
you scared?
No. I'm somebody who
that
love.
it was so fragile.
No, I'm somebody who love babies, so
Wow.
I love kids. So
All right. That's nice. That's
Yeah,
nice. Now, Daddy, please share with us one of your worst memory as a father.
Yeah, worst memories that I can, remember is where emotions, override patience. And it also happened, in fact, normally I did not have issues which were so worse in my home.
We thank God.
Because I always, watch whatever I was doing, whatever everybody is doing. So normally we did not have too much worse memories. But one of them that I remember is that when I returned from work and I saw that nobody was at home. I didn't believe what I was seeing until later on when my wife came and said they went to, in fact, I was boiled up. I said, why do you go somewhere? And without telling me, because you knew you would go there, why didn't you tell me? And immediately I said all these things because my wife knew I wasn't like that. And later on I said, why did I also do this? And I regretted. I regretted when I flared up when I saw her and the children.
Okay, so you're talking about the mood.
Yes.
The way you displayed that
Yes.
probably anger or the tone.
It was, yes.
That you were not happy about.
I myself wasn't happy.
So in a nutshell, what are you telling fathers about communication and how they should manage it? As you use this to finish an advice.
Yeah. So in moments like that, you must have a lot of patience, and you must think about the words that are coming out. If you don't do so, you may say something. You may even take some action, which you regret. And normally, there's regret after such things. When your mood is so high and you do things in that situation, it is followed normally with regrets. So in order to avoid that regret, you should also state some of the things that you were going to do.
Yeah.
And don't allow your mood to override your patience. Your patience must come first. Even though you would think of doing this and that, to show that you are a man. That is the time that you must also show that you are a man who is wise, a wise man and a father. Because normally I took my wife as one of my children. So that what I would do to my children, I do same to my wife. And if you come home and we are there, you will not see who is the father, who is the mother. Everybody is free. You see, so the day I did that, and in fact, I saw myself that I won't do such thing again.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Holman, your final advice to fathers.
Yes, two things.
And if you think it's worth celebrating you.
Yeah, sure. Yes, I think fatherhood is worth celebrating. I mean, it's beautiful if you perform your role as required by the Lord of us. It's beautiful. I mean, that people see the hard work you put in and want to say thank you for being a father to us, being there for us. I think it's something that is worth celebrating. But I think as fathers, there's no perfect father. We're all learning, and we are learning every day. We'll make mistakes. But when you make the mistake, be courageous enough to accept the mistake and then move on. We will continue learning, we'll continue developing as the children grow. And as they grow through the various phases, the way we perform our role must also change to reflect the growth in the
stages of their growth.
Exactly. We cannot apply the same principle. We need to be flexible as they grow. You are the authority figure in the house. We are the providers. And then we are the protectors of the family.
Yes, fathers are the providers. They are the protectors. They are the guardians. They are everything. And so I tell you, if you do not have a father or a father figure in your life, you are missing a lot, because they are there to give us a sailing, a good sail on the sea. You know, we are traveling, and so we need people to guide us. Fathers provide bonding. And if these bonding are done right, it leaves a lasting impression on the child. And the child will always love the father. We see so many children on the streets, and you keep on asking yourself, where are their fathers? Have they shedded their responsibility that they are not doing things well? What is happening? I'm sure you're asking yourself these same questions. But if you go back to the roots and make sure that we relearn, unlearn, and learn, we are going to get it right. Same time next week, we come into your homes again with another interesting topic on Love at Home. I had this discussion with Mr. Kobina Holman and Dr. Jacob Apia Sapon. I am Efia Sewa, and thank you so much for joining us. Good night. Bye-bye.